Hello everyone. Welcome to Ivy Professional School's YouTube channel. In our previous Power BI video, we had seen the basic DAX functions and we tried understanding what is the difference between a calculated column and a measure. When do we use a calculated column and when do we create a measure? In this video today, we shall try to see the various DAX functions. The most important DAX functions are calculate, filter, related, relate table, and distinct. We shall be covering the calculate function and the other iterative functions in this video. Now, what is a calculate function? Calculate function in Power BI is one of the important DAX functions. And if we talk in simple terms, calculate is what our conditional functions do in Excel. Just the way conditional functions performs aggregation based on certain conditions, calculate too does aggregation on the basis of certain conditions. These conditions are referred to as filters. The syntax for writing the calculate function is as follows. In the syntax, we can clearly see that calculate uses measure as the aggregated column and then applies filters on it. This measure could already be existing in our data model or could be created by using DAX functions. Say, we have a data set where we want to find out the total quantity brought by males. Here, the condition or the filter that needs to be applied is of the gender, and that should be equal to males. We already have the measure of the total sales in our model, so we can directly use that measure and apply the gender filter on it. Calculate will return to me an aggregated value, which can then be directly put on the card and the value can be observed. In case we do not have the measure of total sales in our model, we can create the same by using the following formula. Now that we know how calculate works, it's time to take a look at the other DAX functions. The next DAX function is the related function. Relate function works correctly when our data models in Power BI are perfect. It returns values in each row of the table based on a relationship with the other tables. Can we compare relate with VLOOKUP in Excel? That's correct. Relate works exactly as the VLOOKUP function in Excel works. However, here we do not need to mention the lookup value or the table array. We just need to mention the column from where we want the value. Since this function requires a row context, it can be used in a calculated column or iterative functions that cycles through all the rows of the table. For example, the filter function, SUMX, MAXX, and so on. However, we should avoid using related as it makes redundant columns just like merging queries and increases the file size. We should use it within a measure like filter or SUMX. Now let us take a look at the example. Say we have two tables, sales and product. The sales table consists of only the order quantity and the product table consists of the price of each of the products for each quantity. Now, if we want to find out the total sales, we will have to pull the price from the products table into the sales table. For this, the following syntax will be used. By connecting the sales table with the products table, using a common key between them, we create a perfect relationship or a data model between the two tables. Once that is done, we can use the related function in order to pull the price column from the products table into the sales table and find out the desired results. Let us now move on to the iterative functions that are used in DAX. Iterators in DAX are functions that iterate through all rows of the given table, apply the expression, and then aggregate the result. One of the known functions in this category is SUMX. Because an iterative function goes through every row and applies the transformation, then the result is materialized, which is temporary, before aggregating it, and that causes the totals to be the actual sum of the values in a column. Iterative functions are pretty much similar to what a sum product does in Excel. Let us take our previous example where we have price and quantity sold and we want to find out the total sales. In Excel, how we work is that we first multiply the values of the two parameters in each row and then we sum the multiplied values. Iterator function works the same way. The aggregators are only in Power BI to make it possible to write a quicker syntax. I hope that this video helps you clear the concepts about DAX functions and has given you insights about it. Keep yourself tuned into Ivy Professional School's YouTube channel for more such videos. Thank you.